Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Spain. So last time I decided to restart the series and that of course caused some discussions, let's say in the comments, and today I would like to start by answering some of the comments. There are way too many to answer all of it, but there are like 3 topics that I would like to talk about. The first one should be pretty easy to answer, but the remaining 2 that may take some time. So let's start and we'll see how long it's gonna take. First one, that's something that popped up a couple of times in the past, so I thought that maybe it's time to just briefly talk about it. And it's why I'm always prioritizing settling on hills rather than on flat tiles. That I always say that I'm like gaining something, so that I'm gaining an extra hammer this way. I know it's not a pure gain that I'm trading, or it's a choice between extra food or extra hammer. If I started on a flat tile, the city would be starting with 3 food, 1 production. If I'm starting on a hill, it's a 2 food, 2 production. It's the same amount of yields, it's just which yields I'm prioritizing. The extra hammer, it's so much more important for me that I'm always trying to settle on a hill. I'm prioritizing production way more than food in Vox Populi. There is a secondary reason, no way as important, but it's something to keep in mind. It could be relevant from time to time, and that's the fact that when you settle on a hill, your city is stronger. It can be relevant for your secondary cities during wars, but for your capital, early when you have to survive the first few waves of barbarians, it also can make a difference. So it's something to consider. And I actually think that the difference is quite noticeable. I'm not 100% sure about the numbers, but I think when you settle on a flat tile, the city strength is 5. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 7, but it's one of those. And when you settle on a hill, as you can see, it's 10. So it's 30 to 50% stronger, which is relevant early. So it's something to keep in mind. So that's that. And now the other 2 topics, they're like interconnected. So I will talk basically about both at the same time, or start with one and then like transition to the other. It's the happiness problems that basically almost everybody has, or probably everybody has in this patch, and then it's why I don't like starting with progress. So let's start with the happiness. There were multiple comments talking about the same thing, how almost impossible it is in this patch to keep your people happy. That like made me think, what changed? I read the patch notes once again, and there are no changes to the happiness system. The system itself still works the same, so something else had to change, like the numbers that go into the system, that we get a different result in the end. So how does the happiness system work? Or, well, how does it work? That's not exactly what I need to talk about. It's like two specific parts of the system. One thing, that's something that I mention in basically every series, and that's that your production has to be able to keep up with your research. If your research gets too far ahead of your production, then your people will get unhappy because of that. Because the way it works basically, as you are researching new stuff, you are basically showing your population all of these amazing inventions. But if you don't give them these inventions, that you don't allow them to use these inventions, or these theaters and shopping centers and I don't know what else, They are pissed because they know it exists. They just can't use it, and that makes them mad. So you have to be able to keep up with your own research. But there is similar mechanic when it comes to you compared to the AIs. Your people are also looking outside of your borders at the AIs and what they have available. And if they see that like the AIs have all of this amazing stuff that they didn't even hear about, or that we didn't even research, let's put it this way, they're also pissed. And these two mechanics are basically forcing you to play the game at a certain pace, or a certain like minimum pace compared to the AIs. Otherwise, you just fall too far behind and your people will always be unhappy. So, when the AIs are researching at a certain pace, which in this patch increased, the pace at which the AIs are progressing is noticeably faster during this patch. That means that the player also has to increase his own pace of progress to make sure that his people don't get pissed because they see that they're falling behind compared to the world. And at the same time, since you are forced to research faster by the AIs, there is extra pressure put on your production so that your own cities can keep up with your research. Because of this, you have significantly less freedom when it comes to the way how you want to play the game. Because this like super fast AI progress starts already in the early game, you yourself also have to like keep pushing right from the start. Therefore, you have to have strong opener. And now I'm getting back to why I don't think progress is really like viable at this point, or it's quite weak. Progress is something that becomes strong or becomes stronger with the number of cities that you have. Progress can be incredibly powerful for large empires, but it's super shit when you have one city. It's basically useless if you have one or two cities. And if it's cities that don't really have any of these buildings that give them the base yields to really start rolling. And because of that, I don't think that progress is really a viable opener. You first need something that allows you to have a strong start, and then you can continue with progress when the early game was decent. So what I think I'll try in this game is authority into filthy opener, just opener, or actually maybe I will be forced again to go filthy opener into nobility just for the happiness from castles, and then into progress. So we first make sure we have a good start, that we don't fall too far behind to compare it to like what the game is forcing us into. Then the filthy opener and the nobility are just way too good. So we'll go with that. And thanks to these two, we should get a decent size empire, let's say, for progress to really kick in and give us the yields from like all these cities that we'll have all over the map. And we'll get enough from these tiny bits of yields that scale up with the size of your imperium. So that's probably the plan for the series, and basically I want to test late game progress if it can compete with, let's say, rationalism, or if we want to do something like authority, 2 social policies in filthy, a little bit in progress. When we unlock rationalism, go enlightenment for a free tag, then return to progress. Or if just progress is never, excuse me, never good enough, if it's always the second best option. That's how it feels right now. Like, there's always something better than progress. And because of how difficult the game become, second best isn't good enough. But we'll see. I hope I explain this in a way that it's like understandable. I'm not sure, but hopefully you understand what I was trying to say. And how much time did I spend? Like 10 minutes talking? Yeah, it's more than enough. I'm already feeling my vocal cords starting to hurt a little bit. Let's just focus on the game. What was it that we wanted to do today? Get some workers. So we improve the horses, then we get the chocolate, and then we want to settle some locations. We definitely want this one, and then somewhere around here to make sure Ethiopia can't get to us. After that, we want to secure the monopoly on chocolate to get the culture. Oh, by the way, there is chocolate here. It's just when you have a barbarian camp spawning on top of the luxury, I think the icon just disappears, but when we get rid of the camp, it should, excuse me, it should reappear again. And I will have to take a short break because my vocal cords really need a break. Okay, so I took like 10 minutes break, and hopefully it will be fine now, especially because I don't have to talk anymore. We can just focus on playing. I think we should be okay. So let's end turn. Want to get rid of the camp here. Oh, I forgot about the pathfinder. Let's see if there is maybe a wonder somewhere, or maybe I should go the other way. I just noticed there was a camp. And we got the horses up here. Okay. So block this tile. This one. We'll take a break. 152. Pantheon founded. Good as a springtime. And I think now we can go the other way. How much damage are we gonna take? This is actually pretty good. We can easily kill him. Actually, it was pretty good damage to a fortified barbarian. Need to take out the camp as soon as possible because I want the money from it that will give us the worker earlier. This is a good timing. We definitely could use the heal. Move, move, move. Oh, there is another one. He just spawned. Damn it. Riga seeks new natural wonder. Well, I'll try to find one. And oh, that's just the barbarian. Okay. Let me check our attacks. We can get archers. 14 turns to get calendar. So I should be able to get the second worker about the time that I get calendar. So I will be able to start working on both the chocolate tiles at more or less the same time. Just a few turns after I get calendar. Yeah, that's decent timing, I think. You want to work together. I think it's very unlikely that I would want to declare war on him within the next 70 turns. And I don't think I'll even try to steal a worker from him. If I try to steal a worker, it will most likely be from Siam. So I think I can accept this one. Maybe this way we'll be able to sell some horses to him. How much damage is this gonna be? Not quite enough. Oh, hey, Sydney. I'd like to move here, but the warrior is not going anywhere, unfortunately, so I'll just move this way. Oh, there's another city-state, nice. Next. Oh wait, that's Riga. Excuse me. So there was a new city-state, but we already knew about this one. I think I'm just gonna send the Pathfinder south, maybe try to catch this brood. Or I could just... well, I probably should go south. I just realized we need to know more what's down here. And then we can probably get rid of that brood along the way. Fortify. Let's go here. I don't want to be too close to that barbarian. And I hope the settler is going here to get the wonder, and that Ethiopia is going to grow away from us. Because this is definitely a location like worth considering for the AI. How much is a worker? 210. You'll grow in 2 turns. Can I reduce it to 1? No. Let's say I sink 2 turns into a granary. Think about getting a warrior and then go settler. Should be able to handle the brood. Well, that's a problem. Ah. I actually want the brood to follow me. Hopefully he will step closer to the city. Fortunately, the worker has to move. Or maybe... no, that was a mistake. The worker could have stayed. The hand axe can't get there. Well, too late. Next. That culture hurt. That's 3 turns worth of culture. This is better, because this allows me to keep working on the horses. And I have to start hitting the camp, otherwise I'll never destroy it. Well, taken quite low. I hope that the new brood doesn't spawn now. And who got renewal? Don't know, but yeah, this could be insane in the hands of the AI. Okay, good. Come on, brood, attack me. Yep, that's what we wanted. There is calendar. There is the money that we need. Just the pasture got delayed a bit more than I expected, but overall I think it's pretty good timing. 45. Okay, so let's get everybody home. We're gonna heal up and then go south. We do have horses, so military theory is probably a good idea. Also, with how many? With 4 warriors, I probably want bronze working. Get spearmen. I'm not gonna try terracotta army because I don't think I can get it. The AI is just too fast. And another thing is, I'm not sure how much the AIs in this patch are prioritizing wonders. So I've noticed that Stonehenge and pyramids are definitely not a high priority, but that can easily change for the classical era wonders. And when you go after wonder, when you change your like research to get the wonder, then you really want to make sure you get it in the end, otherwise you just screwed yourself basically. Let's go mining into military theory into no. Mining into bronze working. I want that upgrade into military theory. Into writing. And after that I will probably have to go construction. Something like construction mathematics perhaps. Now we need those horses so we can sell them maybe to Ethiopia. Keep working. Wait, why did he stop? I hope there isn't a barbarian hiding on this tile. Well, if there is, then we should be able to retake the workers, so it will be fine. Now there is nothing. What's the problem? Come on, keep working. Next. There are gonna be some pretty strong AIs. Tutelary gods, goddess of renewal. Holy crap. It seems that both will be on the other continent, so at least something. Next. And how are we gonna do this? Pyramids on turn 71. Well, that is extremely slow. And good to know. If I wanted to, I could have built pyramids and Stonehenge. Problem is that that's something that you can't ever guarantee. So it's something that you can maybe do once you know that it's turn 71. You can just reload and start building pyramids right after Stonehenge, because you finish Stonehenge, or we finished like turn 43, I think. And then you can build pyramids in 20-ish. So you would get it turn 63 to 65, let's say. So it would work, but it's nothing that you can, like, as I said, nothing you can guarantee. So without reloading, it's just can't go for it. But it's possible, which is interesting. Next. Oh, hey. Just finished the horses. So we should get a decent amount of gold now from the city-state quest. And look at that. The AIs are not that strong. I'm pretty sure Ethiopia already has a spearman, so that increases their strength by quite a bit. Same for William. Oh, hello. And Byzantium is here. Is it a different landmass? No. It's just the barbarian camp. Actually, it is probably a different landmass. It looks like this is just a peninsula or an island. Or... hard to say. Look at the reward. Holy crap. What are we gonna do with all the money? Could wait for military 3 and just buy a horseman. I could buy an archer. Probably should buy an archer. There are 2 camps that we want to take out. Oh, come on. How is it possible that I don't see this tile? I have a feeling that the camp isn't there anymore. Next. Might be better to send the archers south. But actually, as long as the camp is here, if this is the same landmass, this is blocking Byzantine settlers from settling here, and it will be blocking them for a while. Maybe I should just leave the camp where it is for now. I want that culture. 103 turns, look at that. So, you guys will run back. One of you will be, or become, garrison. Yeah, it's gone. I'm pretty sure the reason why Ethiopia removed the camp is that they want to send a settler. Let's make sure we get the city in time. Because if we settle here, that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, there will still be a viable city location. Actually, no. I mean, there could be a horrible city like here, but I don't think that even the AI is like stupid enough to do that. At least not this early. Okay, I want to catch that guy. You are safe. It's probably better to do it this way. And he'll go into Madrid. Next. Ah, come on. I'm gonna lose it to this random warrior. Next. I think here I have to go Monument, Shrine, Granary basically. And then most likely Council, but we'll see about that one. Oh, I didn't lose the kill. Nice. I think I'll just keep the money for upgrades. You'll soon get them. Fortify. Guess you'll head back. We need garrison in Barcelona. And I'm gonna need more archers because eventually I want to switch my garrisons to archers. Next. In your time of need, I offer you a gift. Yeah, I accept. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I probably should try to sell those horses. Or horses, at least one horse. No, no. The AIs don't want strategic resources. He doesn't have any horses, he still doesn't want them. How much money does he have? Let's say 150? That's not acceptable. 120, still not acceptable. 100, not acceptable. 95, 90, acceptable. Maybe we just have to ask. 93, 92, 92. Okay, he accepted. When do we get horsemen? Still have time. I'm pretty sure we get the... Alright, I'll improve this tile before I get access to horsemen, so I can easily sell both of my horses. 86. There we go. Okay, so all you have to do is ask. And what is this? Cultured hostile. Wow, that's pretty far away. Okay, 5 turns to get to size 5 again. In that case, well, I could either go archer or shrine. I think at this point I probably should get the shrine finally. Yeah, how did we get 400 gold? Oh, we saw the horses. gonna send the warrior this way, and the archer will go to Barcelona. Where do we get perfume? How much money was it once again? 252. Don't think... Oh, there is perfume here. Oh, there we go. We can save one turn. Okay, that's worth it. Fortify. We could definitely use some more barbarians at this point. Next. And there is the chocolate. It's pretty far away. One, two, three. That means probably need a city on one of these two tiles. Which is quite inconvenient. That will be very difficult to defend. Could probably settle here. Then I would have to buy these two tiles. But it would be in the range of the Emperor. I would be next to two fish tiles. Those fish tiles basically made this viable. And then we could settle on the other side, like let's say... It's quite inconvenient. This would be a good tile, but that would be out of range of the bison. This is another decent tile, but then it's out of range of this ember. There is almost enough ember here for a monopoly, so that I could settle. Everything is just. This is so inconvenient. Maybe I should settle here and ignore this one, because it's just 4 tiles away from everywhere. So eventually one of the cities will get it. We don't really have to work it, we eventually want the monopoly. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Which is perfect distance between the cities. This one is going to be quite exposed to a naval attack. And there is Byzantium, so... How many cities would there be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy moly. We get 1 free settler. We are working on 1 now. So that's 2. Then we... That means we need 3... Or train 3 more after this one. That's quite ridiculous. There is then... the city here that we want to get to control all of the chocolate on the map. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'll just have to conquer a city that will eventually appear somewhere in the area. But look at that. It's double chocolate, deer, bananas, stone, yeah, stone, potentially bison, and most likely more stuff that we can't see yet. Next. We could send these units north, take care of another camp. We need to get as many barbarian kills as possible, and the Pathfinder can explore here the jungle. How much money do we have once again? 170. I probably should go back and get those upgrades. Next. I wonder if this could be like a large inland sea. The archer can already stay as a future garrison. So did we get iron? Don't like this business because that's another reason for the Ethiopia to settle here. Maybe I'll have to just buy these 2 tiles because that would block this location. Then Ethiopia could settle here or here. Oh, this is definitely a viable location for the AI. This is actually a pretty good location for the AI. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. Yeah. And there is no way for me to block this. So there is gonna be an Ethiopian city here at some point. think I'll also have to buy this tile. So that the border doesn't grow, for example, here. I have to make sure it prioritizes, especially the bananas, actually, because we'll get so much food from that. 55, we need 110 for the upgrades. 24. I should be able to get 2 upgrades and buy this tile before the border grows. Do you want chocolate? How much money does he have? 239. Let's see if he's willing to give us everything. Yes. Well, that solves the issue. Yeah, now it's guaranteed that we get one of these 3 tiles. Also quite tempted to buy these 2 now. Oh, look at that, there's more iron here. Nice. And here as well. And down here. Okay, I think I'm gonna make a cut here. This episode is long enough. But what I need to do now is figure out how do I get all of the settlers that we need. Because, I mean, we can get those settlers. The problem is that Madrid is gonna be size 4 after another 100 turns, which is not an option. So I'm getting a bit nervous that we don't get the religion. Oh well, we'll see next time. We are done with this episode, so I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.